All right, so welcome to the Ashcast Show every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you go to the ashcastshow.com to subscribe to our podcast. Go to ashcasttv.com to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. So today is National Radio Day. And so, we are an official radio show. So make radio show, television show, whatever you want to call it. So make sure y'all go to the Ashcast Show to make sure that you are subscribed. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, make sure, right, if you're on YouTube, make sure that you are turning your notifications on. Right, please make sure you're turning your notifications on. Go to your personal circle at the top right corner. Go to notifications, and then under my under all the subscriptions that you have under my name, you just click the bell, and it's that way every time I'm live or anytime I drop a video, whatever, you guys will know. So please turn your notifications on. Go to ashcasttv.com. As part of National Radio Day, please go to, the ashcastshow.com, go to ashcasttv.com, and definitely just spread the word. You know what I'm saying? Spread the word to everybody. Your mama them, your sister them, your cousin them, everybody. Just spread the word because, this is definitely, information, wealth information for the culture. We have to have our own voice, and that's the reason why, I decided to start this show because at a time where, especially when there's chaos, right? Especially when there's chaos, there's this tendency for certain people to be left behind, but not not on my watch. What Iyana says, not on my watch. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like as somebody who has a breadth of knowledge, has been in the game for a long time, that it's time to really just help us thrive. Like let's not use opportunities in which would normally look like a setback. But let's use these opportunities to really get ahead, because that's what people do. When I say that millionaires and billionaires are made during during crazy times, like that's just a fact. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing I made up. I'm not being overly optimistic. I want people to understand this. I'm not being overly optimistic. When I say millionaires and billionaires are made during these times, it's common sense, honestly, right? It's common sense. Because when you think about it, when there's chaos, right? So when everything is okay, that means somebody has control, right? So if everything's okay, somebody has control. And so when there's chaos, nobody has control. So nobody knows what's happening and what everybody is doing. Those who had control and those who didn't have control are trying to figure out how to have control, right? And so if you are just innovative enough, if you are positive enough to look at the bright side of things, you can actually, during chaos, come out better than you were when it was controlled. Because again, when there's control, there's a set of people who control everything. Think about why coups are so frowned upon. Like even if you talk about if you talk about a coup, in a country, that they'll cut your head off, because what happens is that the government has control, right? You go to a certain country, the government has control of that country, right? And so if there's a coup and they shake up that control, then it's anybody's game. Anybody could take over the government. Anybody, you know what I'm saying? So that's why, governments have these controls to make sure that nothing like that could happen, right? I don't know if it's a coup, but you know what I'm saying? But my point is, I don't know if it's a coup or a coup, but whatever it is, y'all know what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that control, and when things are in order like that's fine. But when there's chaos, that's where evolution happens, right? That's when you evolve. That's when people are trying to figure things out. So when I say that this is one of the best times that we're living in, I'm not being overly optimistic. Like I'm not like please believe, like I'll give it to you, pause. I'll give it to you how it is. Like please believe I'm not trying to I'm not trying to gas you up, right? I'm not trying to like get you to be hype, just for the sake of being hype. No, I'm telling you that do your research though. Don't listen to me, right? I don't want nobody to take my word for nothing. Anything I tell you, because that's how people get scammed. That's how people, get into situations and don't, and like, don't listen to me. I'm telling you, whatever I tell you, please do your research. If I say something, go Google it. Look it up. Look it up. That's my guy. I love his video. He be like, look it up, right? If I say something, look it up, right? And so I'm not telling you that this is the best time that we're ever gonna see in our history because I'm trying to be overly optimistic and I'm trying to gain. No, at the end of the day, look it up. Look what happened in 1929. You know what I'm saying? Like, look what happened in 1929 during the Great Recession, right? Look at all the downtimes in this country and how downtowns in this country create a transfer of wealth. Look up what happened as early as 2008, right? 2008, 2009. Look at the businesses that were created and the millionaires and billionaires that happened. So I'm not being overly optimistic. I'm not telling you that. I just know for me, in 2008, I was still a banker, and I wasn't, my mindset even wasn't poised in order to take advantage of opportunities. And so I sort of missed that. I was still trying to, I wrote my first book 2009. So I was just trying to figure out my way. But I promise you, with a different mindset, I'm looking at this totally different. This is a totally different time, totally different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Look it up. Which is why, and here's the other thing, right? So Iris says, read and learn your history. Is the other thing. This is the other reason why I'm saying that 2020 is canceled for me. Y'all not seeing me, right? Unless it's small gatherings. And when I say small gatherings, I'm talking about with my family. We going to the park. We you know what I'm saying? I go out for the essentials, right? The reason I'm saying that, look it up. Look it up. Check out the Spanish flu. What was it? 1920? No, when was the Spanish? 1918 or 1909? I forget the date. But look what happened when we had a pandemic. Before there was a pandemic before, right? You don't got to listen to Fauci. You don't got to listen to people. Look at the history. Look at history. What happened during a pandemic before? What happened? In the beginning of 1918, thank you, right? 1918. Look it up. I'm telling you, anything I tell you, do not believe me. Assume that I'm lying and look it up. In 1918, during the Spanish flu, there was a pandemic. In the beginning of the year, it was this pandemic. It started to taper down, and then towards the colder season, it got worse. Right? So we know it now as the flu season. Right? And so now think about what's going to happen come October-ish, November-ish, that's, late September, it's the flu season. And you still got a pandemic that nobody figured out yet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good. I wrapped up. I'm not saying this to be, I'm not the clickbait fear mongerer. I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to give you, right? Because on one end, I'm telling you this is the best time that you're living in. On the other end, I'm telling you, be cautious. Be cautious. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think about it too. During the flu season, it's colder in a lot of the different states. And so people are inside more. So I'm saying look it up. So I say all that to say, not being overly optimistic. My goal here is to just keep you informed. Because if you're informed, if you have, I think that if you're informed, and you have both perspectives of any side of the coin, you can make a better informed decision. When you're not informed, when you don't have all the information, people could play with you. You know what I'm saying? And I you know what I mean? All right, because I was about to jump into something else. But if this is your first time, welcome. If you are back on the scene, crispy and clean, Thank you. You are family. Fat shout to Nadid Sterling on Facebook. Shelly Love on Facebook. Adrian Michelle on Facebook. Salute, salute, salute. We got Samaya Hill on YouTube on the check-in. We have Annette Randall, Connie on the check-in. So salute, salute, salute. If it's your first time, or even if you're repeating, understand that the show is broken down into 3 segments. We have segment number 1 which is our inspirational word of the day. Segment number 2 is our financial news, and then segment number 3 we open it up for any questions. Any questions that you may have. And so I want to talk about, and I'm actually gonna pin. I know my IG folks are like, yo, what we pinning today? So I'm pinning Mailbox Money Academy, because we still accepting applications. So definitely tap in, tune in to Mailbox Money Academy. Join the movement. I told y'all yesterday, so I ain't gonna spend so much time on that. Roxanne says, yeah, you won't see me either. Thank God for Zoom and Microsoft Teams. I'm speaking engaged. I have a speaking engagement next month. Yep, fat shot. I got a speaking engagement today. I got meetings. I got everything. Like, we doing this from the comfort of our own home. Salute to that. I'm with you. I work in the medical field, and I don't play with none of this non-diseases I come in contact with. Facts. I'm hearing all these different stories. Like, I'm good. Like, I saw a story about somebody who contacted a young guy too. He was an athlete. Contacted the disease 2 times, and now it's fighting for his life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, y'all can mess with this thing if you want. This ain't one of those things where I'm willing to chance. You know what I'm saying? So first and foremost, my health is what's now it's not. I mean, it's not confusing, right? So Pinks of Fire says it's confusing, but I think you just gotta be cautious. So here's what and I used to hear this saying, like, better safe than sorry. I never understood that, right? Like, better safe than sorry, but I get it now, because what is it gonna hurt you if you just cancel the year? If you just cancel the year, if you say, you know what, no large gatherings for me, no matter what they say, no large gatherings. If you and again, I'm the wrong person to sort of talk to about money, because I believe that we all are geniuses and we could control our destinies. Can everybody be an entrepreneur? Yes. Right? Maybe not a boss. Maybe not everybody's fit to, like, in the sense of entrepreneur. You know what I mean? Like in the sense of entrepreneurship, where, like, you're running a team and doing that stuff. Like, maybe everybody don't have that in them, but I think I know that everybody has a side hustle in them. I know that everybody, I don't care who you are, every single person has a side hustle in them. Every single person can create an additional source of income. And so if you got, I personally don't believe that you have to choose between, making money and your health. And honestly, the reason why I'm able to say that with all confidence is because I don't tell y'all something that I don't do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not smarter than nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has the same access. In fact, a lot of the stuff I was learning. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to pivot. Even somebody who knew better, and I was putting all my eggs in one basket. I had and I never in a million years would predict a pandemic. Like, never would I think sheltering in place would be a thing. And so I thought I was betting on the right basket. I was like, I say, when I go out on these stages, ain't nobody, like, if y'all could feel my energy here, imagine in person. I say, ain't nobody could, like, I rock the stages. You know what I'm saying? Like, I rock the stages. So I was like, I'm going to eat off of these stages. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had gotten my fee up to 10 grand, And that's nothing because I know other people that was making way more than that, you know. And so I got my fee up to 10 grand to a point where I was able to go and rock out on the stage and get people to pay me $10,000 for 45 minutes of talking. And so I thought my bag was secure. And then the pandemic happened, and it shook up everything. And so I had to pivot. I had to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And so I was in the same boat as everybody else. When March hit and they started saying sheltering in places, I wasn't better off than y'all. I was actually probably worse, right? Because you gotta think about somebody who, like, people who make a lot of money. It's harder for them to bounce back because their skill is highly skilled. You know what I'm saying? So if you got like if you making I ain't throwing no numbers out there, but it's easier to bounce back when you don't got far to fall from. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I was in the same boat as everybody else, but you got to pivot. So I believe everybody has access to a side hustle. Everybody could pivot. Everybody can make money. And so if you got to choose between your health and making money, then you don't believe in your God self. That's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe that God is going to take care of us regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're never going to need. You might have to do, you might have to take care of your wants, but you ain't never going to need. And so if I go to 1918 to the Spanish flu, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm staying inside until further notice. And if the top of 2021 comes and my spider senses doesn't tell me and the science doesn't tell me it's time to go, then I'm, I'm not doing that either. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, if you're here for a purpose, like nobody knows when it's their time, but don't exasperate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're here for a purpose, don't be dumb about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get to a space where, you're putting yourself in jeopardy. Like, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just want to make sure that we do that. All right. So today's word of the day, I just posted this. Today's word of the day. Today's word of the day is dedicated to the process. And I just posted this. I said, emulate the entire process, not just the end results. And fat shout to Brad J Resumes who posted this. And then my caption says, success equals the process. And I want y'all to understand that there is a lot of fraudulent things happening in these social media streets, right? In this world right now, from every level, from the lowest level to the top level. I'm even talking about everything from business to politics to everything. And the reason why there's a lot of fraudulent activity happening is because the consumer, right, whether you're buying it or whether you're looking at it with your eyes, you're consuming it. The consumer is enamored with results, right? And the consumer is enamored with highlight reels. And so what social media has done for everybody, not just on every single level. I'm talking about even presidential candidates on every single level. What social media has done, it allows people to display their highlight reels. You can show, what you want to show. You can hide what you want to hide to an extent, because receipts are receipts. You can't go against receipts, right? But for the most part, it allows people to show their highlight reels, to show you what they want to show you, to say a narrative that they want to say, and that's it, right? And so I want you to understand that in order to be successful, if you want real success, not to look like success, right? Not to look like success. If you want real success, what I want you to do is emulate the process, right? Emulate the process, not just the end result. Because it's easy to emulate the end result, right? Because let's say, for instance, you want to look rich, right? You want to look rich. All you got to do is, $2,000 to make you look rich, right? If you saved up $2,000, right? You saved up $2,000. You can rent out a mansion and you can rent out a luxury car. You get a Rolls Royce, right? You get a Rolls Royce and you get a mansion for $2,000, right? And literally, you can now, right, at $2,000, you can now take as much video content as you want in the mansion. You could be by the pool. You could give these narratives. You could say, hey, I'm doing this. Yo, look at my life, whatever, right? You could take a whole day's worth of videos, keep changing your outfit, whole day's worth of videos in the Rolls Royce. You could really make people think that you getting it out here. But you live in your mama's basement, right? And so it's easy. You could do that. It's easy. So that's why, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to show the end result. Little baby is in a Rolls Royce. I want to be, in a Rolls Royce. So I'm gonna emulate that. But what happens is that's not real success. It's not sustainable, right? It's not sustainable success. But if you want real success, then you understand the process. If you want real success, then you understand the process, right? You understand the process. Because if you understand the process, if you understand what it takes, right? If you understand what it takes to be successful, you know that it ain't just the end result. You know it ain't just the glitz and glory. Right? When you emulate in the process, you actually will never go wrong, though. You will always be successful. Again, fast shout to Femme Creator, because she put us on Monday. She put us on Monday to The Science of Getting Rich. It is a dope book. Please download it, buy it on Audible. I think you could probably grab it on YouTube for free. You know what I'm saying? But you could, you know what I'm saying? You could probably grab it on YouTube for free. You could download the free book. If you buy it on Audible, it's like $3, right? It's a 2-hour, it's like almost a 3-hour Audible audio book, right? It's called The Science of Getting Rich. It's by Wallace D. Wattles. Salute Wall Street Philippe, right? And so it literally tells you about the process, right? It's called The Science of Getting Rich. It literally tells you about the process of getting rich. You don't have to be a good person. You don't have to be a bad person. You don't have to be skinny. You don't have to be big. Like, all of that does not matter, right? None of that does not matter. There is a science to getting rich, period. And so when you think about success, whatever success means to you, there's a science to it. There's a process. If you follow that process every single time, there is no way that you can go wrong. So emulate the entire process, not just the end results. Please do not fall for the okie dokes. Do not fall for the glitz and glamours. Hold people accountable, everybody, right? Hold people accountable. Do not let them just tell you a story, and because they talk fast and because their story sounds good, let them know, right? Don't allow people to, when they get called out, that's when they want to be vulnerable, right? I've been telling people that, when I quit my job to be an entrepreneur, I fell flat on my face and almost went through foreclosure. Like, that's facts that I told y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like never been called out for nothing. You know what I'm saying? But you got to hold people accountable. Don't let the glitz and glamours fool you. Ask for receipts, So salute. Salute to Nadira in the building. So fast shout to Nadira. You know, I know Nadira is retiring. You know, uh, so she's a strong supporter of the Ash Cash Show. She rocking on IG, on Facebook, on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? So salute. So like salute to Nadira. Um, Nadira's in at West Point today. She is retiring from the services, so we appreciate you. You know, thank you for your service. On both ends. You know, keeping us safe on both ends. So salute to Nadira. You know, congratulations on retirement. Can't wait to see. You know, because that's the one thing I admire about those in the armed forces is the level of discipline that you have to be in there. And the fact of the matter is that the same type of discipline it takes to be successful is something you can learn from being in armed forces. And so I can't wait to see what the rest of that greatness, the rest of the queendom looks like. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes a certain level of discipline to get to do what you've done. And so now you apply that same discipline, in another way. Is really going to take you to the next level. So salute to you. All right, so let's talk about the news. In today's news, as of yesterday, the market wasn't really doing too well yesterday. The Nasdaq was down 0.57%. S&P 500 was down 0.44%. Dow Jones Industrial Average was down 0.30%. Gold was down 3.41%. The only thing that was up was 10-year Treasuries. So Treasuries was up 2 basis points. And then oil was down 0.23%. Right? Nadira says, thank y'all so much. 20 years, 4 months, 11 days, 3 hours, 22 seconds. But who's counting? Salute. You did that. Facts to that. So yesterday, it was the Democratic convention, and so the Democratic convention. There was some rollouts of some heavy hitters. So it was a third night. You had President Barack Obama. You had Hillary Clinton. You had the vice president who picked Kamala Harris. They all made their case for Joe Biden while bashing Trump. I'm gonna say this, right? As an intelligent, because I told you I wasn't gonna talk about politics, and I won't. But I'm gonna say I'm disappointed in the whole system, and this is why I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm disappointed. As an intelligent person, forget being a black man. Let me just say, as an intelligent person, as somebody that has a level of intellect, y'all Republicans, Democrats, y'all acting like this is high school, yo. Like, I don't even understand. Like, how is it? Y'all keep talking about who you against and you know what I'm saying? Like, who you against and bashing this person and how this person is wrong. What are you going to do? Right? Like, what are you going to do for the country, yo? Like, can y'all just say that? Like, I think if both parties just focused on issues and what they're gonna do to fix the issues, like, and think about that. And I'm glad you said that, Karen. And I love you like cook food, so I'm not even coming at you, right? But Karen says, I'm just ready for Trump to not be the focus on either side. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't read the whole thing because I agree with you on that, right? Because that's all they talked about. Yes, right? Because what I was gonna say was, because some people and excuse me, Karen, because some people are like, yo, I thought you were gonna say what most people are saying, like, oh, I'm just ready for Trump not to be in office, and I'm like, nah, that's the wrong energy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the wrong energy. Like, people are focused on Trump. Honestly, that's how he won, yo. People think that the law of attraction only works, like, it's like convenient. Like, people think that the law of attraction conveniently only works for certain things, but other things it doesn't work. Are you bugging? Are you mad? Like, do you realize that the law of attraction works with every blood fire thing, like everything? Right? Like, think about this. Think about this, right? The reason why Barack Obama, I'm just talking about energy. I'm not talking about policies and none of that stuff. I'm just about energy, right? Think about what happened when Barack Obama got into office. He was the unlikely candidate, right? He beat Hillary Clinton, and everybody thought Hillary Clinton was up next, even Hillary Clinton, right? And then in that, Barack Obama, President Obama, had a lot of energy going his way, right? First, he had a lot of energy, and everybody was focused on Barack Obama. So on a Democratic side, they was like, yo, they were focused on him, focused on him, focused on him, focused on him. And the fact of the matter is that the Republicans were not focused on policies. Everybody who did not want to see Barack Obama in office were against Barack Obama, right? And so from a universal standpoint, guess what all the energy is going? To Barack Obama. You got energy going for him, and you got energy going against him. The universe does not understand for and against. Like, newsflash. Newsflash, the universe does not understand for or against. What the universe does understand is energy. And so if you are putting all your energy to Barack Obama, right, then that is the reason from a universal standpoint why he got elected both times, right? So now let's fast forward to 2016, right? Everybody was against Trump, right? Like when they realized, right? When they realized that he was going to be the candidate, even the Republicans who didn't want him in there, they were against Trump. And so every single day, all of the energy, right? All of the energy went to Donald Trump. 2016, I'm talking about. Everything went to Trump. Energy went to Donald Trump. And so now even the Democrats, nobody focused on policies. Everybody focused on how bad Donald Trump is for the country. The Democrats, Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, everybody was focusing on how bad he was, right? Now you get to the election, it's Hillary Clinton versus Donald Trump. What Hillary Clinton should have been focusing on was the policies, not back and forth against Trump. And so now all these antics that he's doing, people are against Trump. And all what he's getting is energy. Nova November, what's up, my G? It's my bro right there. But all he's getting is everybody's energy, so he wins the election. So I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all don't fix this, everybody, if y'all don't fix this, that man will get another 4 years in office. Because the energy that's going right now, right? Carmen said, I thought you wasn't going to talk about politics. No, I wasn't. But I will say that because I'm disappointed on both sides, right? I'm disappointed because the energy right now is only about Joe Biden versus Donald Trump. It's like I'm in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in high school watching two people against each other. And I'm sort of like upset because I'm like, yo, as a tax-paying, intelligent human being, forget me being an intelligent black man, because that's another thing, the whole pandering to the black community, like one way, as if we're just one way, it like disgusts me. I'll be honest with you. Like, But that's my opinion, so I'm gonna stay. That's what I'm gonna stay away from, though, right? Um, but yeah, I'm watching this whole thing, and I'm just like, yo, the whole system is bugging. Like, y'all really don't think that we smart, and maybe they right, because instead of talking about policies, instead of talking about agendas, you know what I'm saying? Like, all they talking about is character and this, like, y'all bugging. So, um, but yeah, we'll leave it there. All right. In other news, and I posted this on my Instagram, but Apple broke a record. Apple broke a record. Apple crossed the $2 trillion mark, which is the first for any company ever in the history of the world. Like, no company has ever, reached $2 trillion. But this all happened during the pandemic, right? So, here's what I'm saying. It took them 42 years, right? That's why they always say the first million is the hardest to get, but then the second, becomes duplicate, right? It took them 42 years to reach $1 trillion valuation, but only took them 2 years to double it. Double up. Juice Films, what up? Right? It took them 2 years to double up. Right? And so the market cap surpassed $2 trillion for the first time, cementing its status as the biggest company in the world. So its stock, which will undergo a 4-to-1 split in the coming weeks, has increased over 50% in 2020. Right? 50%. And so, actually, so I stand corrected because they say that Apple wasn't the first to break the $2 trillion valuation mark. The honor goes to the oil conglomerate Saudi Aramco, and it probably won't be the last. Big tech buddies Amazon and Microsoft are both sitting at valuation around 1.6 trillion. So I stand corrected. It wasn't the first. Saudi Aramco was the first. But yeah. And you have like Microsoft and Amazon at 1.6 trillion. So at some point it's going to do that. The only thing though is that just like Microsoft back in the day, the government has antitrust and monopoly laws. And so if a company gets too big, they start to pull back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They start to try to break up the company. And so that's a that's a possibility. That's a possibility. Just so look out for that. I watched this documentary. So fast shout to Michael Moore. I watched this documentary called Fahrenheit 11/9. In fact, Fahrenheit 11/9 kind of talks to a lot what I was saying. As it related to how Donald Trump won the presidency. But also. When you look at Michigan, right? So Michigan, Flint, they had the water crisis. So he talks about that. And so now, we in the news it shows that the state of Michigan will pay out about $600 million to victims of the contamination of Flint tap water. New York Times reported this on Wednesday. The bulk of the money will be designated for children poisoned by lead-contaminated water supply, according to the Times, citing 2 people with knowledge of the settlement. While further details of the settlement were not released, tens of thousands of Flint residents are expected to be eligible to receive part of it. The amount of the individual payouts will hinge on the degree of injury to the residents, according to the Times. So look at, no, it's not Fahrenheit 9/11. It's a different one. It's called Fahrenheit 11/9. So it's not Fahrenheit 9/11 because that's about like 9/11. But Fahrenheit 11/9 talks about November 9th, which is when President Trump got elected. But it talks about sort of like, he talks about the Flint water crisis as well. So it's a really, really good documentary. I would say, people should check it out. It's definitely good. So salute there. And then lastly, rest in peace to Griselda's record producer DJ Shay, who died at age 48. So Buffalo, New York producer DJ Shay, who extensively worked with Griselda Records, has died at 48. The news was confirmed by West Side Gun in an Instagram post and verified by Pitchfork in a statement shared by Griselda. It said, "Your legacy and your impact will transcend the boundaries of time." Griselda Records wrote in a statement, "You are immortalized in our hearts. Rest up, King. We love you." So Shay, born Dimitri Sue Charlton Robinson, I might have been chopping his name, first started working with Benny the Butcher and Conway the Machine in the early 2000s. He eventually went on to produce, manage, and record with the group consistently. Speaking about the two in an interview just last month, he remarked that he always knew he had two of the best rappers in the world. So rest in peace. Salute to DJ Shay. All right. We'll open it up for any questions. So if you guys have any questions, if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, please put your comments in the comment box. If you are watching on Instagram, please put your comments or your questions in the question box. It's to the right of the question box. I saw a question earlier. I saw a comment earlier. I'm sorry, I don't want to scroll down, but I saw a question earlier that asked about Mailbox Money Academy. And I think that somebody says, how can I get in contact with you as it relates to Mailbox Money Academy? They had some questions. So if you go through the process, right, because they want to know if it's a good fit. And this is just for streamline purposes. If you go through the process of going to mailboxmoneyacademy.com, there's actually a video that you'll watch that I explain what Mailbox Money Academy is. But then there's a questionnaire that you have to, in order to apply, there's a questionnaire that you have to answer, which gives you an idea of what the program is about, and it talks about whether you are a good fit. Then, if you are a good fit and you get to the next piece of it, then you'll get more information. There's like a 7-minute video that I recorded that gives you all the information. To be honest, from a capacity standpoint, I don't really have time to have a conversation about what the program entails. There are a lot of people. So if you're a Mailbox Money Millionaire, drop your handle. There's a lot of people that are in the program, and I'd rather you speak to them than speak to me, because, you know what I mean? Like I said, I've done my due diligence and gave you single thing you need to know about the program. And so if you still have questions, I would recommend that you speak to somebody in the program so you could get a less biased opinion about the program. Because, and that's the other thing, I'll be honest with you, at the price that I'm charging, I undervalued it. So I'm giving way more, so I don't really have time to talk on the phone or to talk to somebody about the program. But I do, I do give value. Like, I give a lot of value. And so if you want to, I would, go through the process and then see if it's for you. If you have further questions, then there, you know what I mean? You got Karen, you got Femme Creator, you got Elegant Eleanor, you got Styles Lewis, you got Joy Warrior, that are all in here. You know what I'm saying? That are all in here that, you could ask your questions to, and they could give you an unbiased, answer to this. Iris Palmer Johnson says, how do you feel about PLRs for ideas for an ebook? I love PLRs. So PLRs, I forget what PLR stands for. So PLR is, I forget what it stands for. But PLRs are pre-made ebooks, programs, things of that nature, where you could buy a license and repackage it as your own, right? And so why I like PLRs, because a PLR, I wish I remember what it stood for. A PLR allows you to create content very quickly, and then rebrand it and package it as your own. The only thing I don't like about PLRs is that a lot of people buy them and just put them out the same way they bought it, which I think is almost fraudulent, because you're putting out something as if you wrote it, but you didn't. I think that a PLR is effective if you get something that you know about, knowledge that you're familiar with, and use that as your guide, as your baseline, but then still edit it with your voice so that it's still yours, right? Damn, what does PLR stand for? I'm gonna look it up, because I want to be able to give y'all what. Let me see, PLR. I forgot what it stands for. So PLR. Oh, private label rights. Thank you, Hutch. It's called private label rights. So it's content that you could buy that gives you private label rights to it, meaning that anybody could buy it, anybody could brand it as their own. It's really an easy and effective way to get content out without having to write the whole content, out completely. But at the end of the day, I think that PLRs are fraudulent if you buy it and put it out the same way that you bought it. So I do think that they're good. Peace, Nadira. Nadira says, sorry, y'all, have to run. I'm running out of offices to clear, and signal is bad. I appreciate all the love and pray everyone has an amazing day. Salute. So let's see. Iris asked that question. So let's see. Just the way I live says, top of the morning, brother. What do you think about the upcoming Apple and Tesla stock split? Should we buy in? Absolutely. I think you should. I didn't buy Tesla yet. I bought Apple. I bought Apple. I didn't buy Tesla yet. I think that if you look at the economy and you look at the times, it just makes sense. Technology is the way to go. And so if I'm a betting man, I'm betting on technology, and I'm betting on cryptocurrency. I'm betting on commodities. If I'm a betting man, that's what I'm betting on. And so I do think that it's a great way to go. The values, are going to go up. I mean, we still got to watch, Apple for like any antitrust things, but I do think it's a good way to go. Fast shout to Blessings 3D. My fault, my G. You know what I'm saying? Blessings 3D in the building as well. You know what I'm saying? Mailbox Money Mailbox Money Millionaire. You know what I mean? Salute to that. Elegant Eleanor says, honestly, Ash, the video makes it seem like you already need a business and want to take it to another level, but that's not the case. It's also for people who want to start a business and don't know. I appreciate that feedback, but I purposely did it that way. So best case scenario, right? If people, sneak in, then it's good. But I purposely did it that way because I wanted to spend more time on running than developing the business. But to your point, yes, because what I want to do is the reason why. So I'm gonna tell you this, Elegant, Lisa. So the reason why I did it that way, because the truth of the matter is you actually had a business. We just remixed your business, right? So you actually had a business. So that's the reason why you got in, because you had a business, but your business just needed to be remixed. The reason why the videos are done purposely that way is because I don't want nobody, I don't want ideas. So here's the thing. I don't want nobody in the program who's not ready to execute, right? The reason why, I'm going to tell y'all something, right? The reason why Harvard has a admission process is because they want the right people in this program, right? They want the right people in the program. If they just admitted everybody, if it was just a money play for them and they just admitted anybody in the program, if their graduation rates are wrong or low, then how are they going to get more people to come into the program? So I care about execution, honestly. So I didn't want nobody in the program who just has an idea. Like, yo, I got this idea, and I want somebody in the program who has a business, who has, and if you have a business, that means you took time to execute. Because the worst thing that I want to happen is that you get into Mailbox Money Academy with this idea, and you're not an executor. You don't execute on none of the things I tell you. Now you're running around social media saying that Ash program sucks. Nah, fam, my name is my name. I promise you, my name is my name. My name is good out here. And so if I offer something, I want to make sure I got the right fit. And so you could tell by the group, everybody's executing. Karen got her book out. Joy Warrior got her book out. You know what I'm saying? Tara's got her book out. Blessings 3D is working on some stuff. My guy Brax Rich is working on some stuff. Lisa's working on some stuff. Femme Creator, you know what I'm saying? Like, we out here. You know what I mean? Flipping weight. Like, we out here. Like, we not playing though. These calls that we doing, these masterminds that we doing, we not twirling our thumbs talking about what we think we want to do. Like, we putting the, you know what I'm saying? We putting fire to people. People are executing. And so, to your point, I purposely did it that way. Like, I don't want nobody in the program who's just an idea person. Like, we not the same. We not the same. We want execution. Follow the process and then execute. You know what I'm saying? So, Roxanne in the building. You know what I'm saying? A Rich Energy says, just getting here. Can you let me know what PLR is? Private label rights. But go to ashcashtv.com to watch the replay. And we'll you'll see what I said about that. Somebody asked a question about it. Elegant Eleanor says, you helped me with the remix of my business idea. So I'm basically starting from scratch, and I'm excited. Mailbox Money Academy, right? You know what I'm saying? You're starting from scratch, but I know that you're an executor. You're willing to execute, and that's what matters to me more. You know what I'm saying? What kind of content? You can look up PLRs. There's all types of content. Anything you name it, there's PLRs for it. You know what I mean? I don't know. TSLA was splitting. I figured it would be a good price. So Tesla. I think Tesla's doing 5-to-1. I know that Apple is doing a 4-to-1. I think Tesla's doing a 5-to-1. On 831 makes sense to weed out. Okay, I see what you're saying. I agree with you, sir. Fast shout to Shannon in the building. Great, Eleanor. That helps me understand what's going on. Salute. If right, blessings 3D. If you know, you know. We out like I promise you, we out here. It's not like at the end of the year. This is what I'm gonna tell y'all. At the end of the year, I want people to brag. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way people are bragging right now, and this is just the beginning. You know what I'm saying? The way y'all see, I'm not paying these people. These people are in the comments telling how great the program is because we really are putting in the work. If you know me, you know me. I don't play with nothing that got my name attached to it. I don't play with none of that. You know what I'm saying? So we going hard because come to December 31st, I want to start bragging. Oh, they about to kick me out. I'm talking. Ashley Ann in the building. Fast shout to King Ashley Ann in the building. She actually was one of our guests. I wasn't going, you know what I mean? She was actually one of our guests. You know what I'm saying? Giving mad knowledge. She gave the game. And so if you don't know, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. But even if you're not an executor, Ash, your energy in the group makes the person want to execute, honestly. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that, but I want executioners only because I want to brag about y'all. You know what I'm saying? I told my friend, if I'm not successful in 6 months, that's on me. Facts. And that ain't even, it ain't no ifs. Ain't no ifs. We don't even play that. We don't even play that. They about to kick me out, y'all. Vote. We paid him. He goes hard always. Facts. If you know, you know. Listen to the whole episode. They kicked me out. I'm gonna come back on just to finish it up. So hold on, YouTube, Facebook. I definitely did. I definitely went over. They kicked me out. What are they doing? Okay, we're gonna delete the video and we're gonna go back live for one more second. Um, Samaya Hill says, "Where can we find Fahrenheit 11/9?" I want to say I either watch it on Amazon or I watch it on Prime or Netflix. It's one of the two. I want to say it might have been on Prime, but I could be mistaken. One of the two. Nadira says, "Came to show love on Twitch. Love right quick." But I do have to run. Thank you for the IG studio audience so much again. Salute. Let's see. Inga says, "What's your opinion on buying partial shares of stock?" I think buying partial shares of stock is a great way, because if you think about the prices of these stock, sometimes you don't have the full money to buy it. So it still allows you to be a owner. So I think partial shares is dope. Is it better to buy Apple and Tesla now or after the split? I honestly think it would be better to buy it now, because I think after the split, the volume is going to go up, and when the volume goes up, the value is going to go up. And so even when the split happens, you're going to still see, you're still going to see you're still going to have the same value. So I would definitely, buy now before the split. Courtney M16 says, "I'm willing. I just don't know how. And to be honest, I feel like we're being attacked. You gotta tell me how you being attacked, Courtney. Talk to me, Courtney. I'll have to explain. Please explain. You got some room. But know this though, Courtney. The reason why, if you hear my passion and you hear my voice, always understand it's coming from a place of love. And I would be a liar if I let you off the hook for the greatness that you are. So if you feel attacked, good. I said what I said. Because, and I say this all the time, I am no different from anybody. You're no different from anybody. Oprah's not different from no one. Barack Obama's not different from no one. Jay-Z, Beyonce, Elon Musk. We all have access to the same power. Right? We all have access to the same power. And so we are in a space, right? We are in a space where it is your mind that controls everything first and foremost. And so if I speak with passion, I'm speaking from a place of love. I'm speaking from a place of love. I'm speaking because I know. I don't think that you're great, right? I don't think that you're great. I know that you're great. I know that if you tapped into your God power, there is absolutely nothing that you can do. Right? There's absolutely nothing that you can't do if you tap into your God power. And so, when you think about it, right? When you think about the greatness that's in you, it's either results or excuses. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I feel. So that's why I talk with so much passion. You know what I'm saying? Courtney says, fast shout out to Tyree Farrell says accountability. That's what it's about. I'm holding you accountable. That's it. You're great. I'm holding you accountable. Let's not play with our gifts. You know what I'm saying? Every time we start to work on our project, Ash, something bad happens. My sis just got out of the hospital. I don't know. It's just weird. Gonna show up every day. I know I'm great. I'm trying to tap in. Universal laws. You can't, so here's the thing. You can't try to tap in, though, Courtney. You can't try to tap in. You either tapped in or you're not, right? Bad is relative. Every time I start on my project, something bad happens, that's relative. Because everything is about perspective. And the one thing, I'll give you this one example, and then I gotta go because I got a long day today. I'll give you this one example, then I gotta jet out. If anybody ever grew up playing video games, or if you played any like video game console, whether it's I'm a '90s baby, so if it's Super Nintendo, PlayStation, I wasn't really a Atari person, but um, you know, if you grew up playing any type of video games, then you'll know that when you first start the game, everything is all good, right? Everything is all good. But then as you start to get closer and closer and closer to beating the next level, then it gets more difficult, more difficult, more difficult, more difficult. So I would say to you, congratulations, Courtney, that every time you start on a project, something bad happens. You know why I say congratulations? Because that means you're about to break through that next level. The problem, though, is that when you on that roll, when you got that good energy going, and the universe is throwing you stuff to see how bad you want it, you retreat, and now you start all over, and now you go to the next. Now you start from the beginning. Now you take your attention off of what you need to focus on, right? You take your mind off of what you need to focus on, and now you focusing on something else, and now you gotta start all over again. Now you gotta push the boulder up the mountain, right? Like, think about it. Success is like a mountain, right? Think about how a mountain is drawn. Like, a mountain is this way. And so in the beginning, you have this boulder, right? Success. So here's the best analogy I'm gonna give you. Success is like pushing a boulder up a mountain, right? And a mountain has two sides. So in the beginning, when you're pushing this boulder up the mountain, you're going to start pushing the boulder. You're going to push the boulder, push the boulder, push the boulder. It's difficult in the beginning to push the boulder up the mountain. And if you get tired, you better take a rest. Don't start over. Because if you get tired and you allow that tiredness to push you back down to the beginning of that mountain, you now have to start over and push, 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 push. So if you get tired, take a rest. It's okay to take a rest. If you get tired, take a rest. But keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, because I promise you, once you get to the top of that mountain, right, all the inertia is on the top. The gravity is pushing against you going to the top. But I promise you, once you get to the top and you push that boulder down, you good. The avalanche, the boulder is no longer needs you. Success no longer needs you. It's going to start rolling. The energy is going to start rolling. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. The boulder's going to roll down. And then if you get to the other mountain, the energy that is rolling is going to help you get up the second time. Right? That's why they say the first million is the toughest. That's why Apple was able, it took them 42 years to get to 1 trillion, but it took them 2 years to get the other trillion. Because they were pushing for 42 years, but once they got to the top and now inertia is going down, it allows them to keep going, keep striving. So the point is to keep pushing. It's always too early to quit. It is always too early to quit. I don't care what's happening. I don't care what's happening today in your life. If you need to take a rest, but do not start over. Keep pushing always. And that is the key to success. That's how you become successful. That is part of the process. That's just how it works. Keep pushing. All right, I'm out on that end, because y'all got me extra. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you, Courtney. You got this. You got this though, Courtney. You got it. Like you're the only thing that can stand in your way. There's nothing that can stand in your way but you. You are your only obstacle. I promise you that. All right, I love y'all. Make sure y'all go to the ashcastshow.com, subscribe to the podcast. Go to ashcasttv.com, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please make sure you put your notifications on to know anytime we're dropping some videos. Mailbox Money Academy. You know what I'm saying? Mailbox. Factor that. November. That's my guy right there. since a teen. You know what I'm saying? I've been telling him the same thing, B. You know what I mean? Since he was a teen. Salute to him. And so go to mailboxmoneyacademy.com, subscribe to or apply for our program. And I'm going to see y'all tomorrow on God's will. Same time, same place. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Peace.